Yes, I'm Mr.LukwagoSwalihLiveShow. Okay? A revolution is anchored on public discontent. You understand? All along, we've been looking for something that can create discontent within the public. Basing on what is happening in Uganda right now, whichever is happening is enough to create discontent within Ugandans. I'm watching videos of NRM subscribers, supporters, diehards, expressing their dissatisfaction of how the junta regime is destroying their businesses. How those who have been driving luxurious vehicles are being actually arrested by wetland police for just parking somewhere, gives out his car to be washed by those car washers. Okay? It reaches a time when those who gives you aid, okay, where that aid comes with conditions attached to it in a way of failing you. I'm still following up the 5.9 trillion Ugandan shillings that was given to Kairingu Museveni junta regime in the name of green transition. Oh, those IMF World Bank loans, the structural adjustment programs that comes with stringent measures attached to them. That before we give you this loan, do this. So they force you to accept exploitative policies at the detriment of your people. Anytime from now, expect public discontent within Ugandans as the result of the ongoing demolition of people's businesses, houses, what and what. I'm Mr.LukwagoSwalihLiveShow. In Kairingu, assassin of the creed, ruthless, brutal kill of our generation, Museveni's quest to account for the money European Union gave him, that amounting to 5.9 trillion Ugandan shillings. The so-called trade order that calls for good development projects, planned urban cities, what and what. People of Northern Uganda, people of Eastern Uganda, people of Buganda, respectively, European Union gave Museveni a grant to change the land tenure system in Northern Uganda, in Eastern Uganda, and ban Milo land in Buganda. Even that is also on the way. Okay? Any time from now, these Bujiringu Tusi are coming up with a law that calls for government ownership of land. And by so doing, they will end up owning that land, they themselves. My humble appeal to all Ugandans who have Uganda at heart, please, let us overwhelmingly protest these Ujinga policies being dictated to Kairingu, assassin of the creed Tusi, that came with its mother in our country, this Kairingu foreigner. Okay? This Kairengu was misled by UK and the Americans that they would help it to sustain an occupation within Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm so pretty happy that within Democratic Republic of Congo, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi, it is facing a backlash simply because the Buyiringu are so dense. Okay? When those Europeans actually gave this Buyiringu power, the Buyiringu, in their quest actually to maintain power, they resorted to killing indigenous Ugandans, Rwandans, Burundians, and the Congolese. Now we are saying enough is enough. It's the reason as to why Congolese are saying Buyiringu, go back. It's the reason as to why I'm saying the Buyiringu who are killing the Ugandans must go back. That Kairingu Kagame, it killed a lot of Ugandans. You know, back its days in the Ruero jungles. You need to find out why that Kairingu was nicknamed the Pirato. We need to delve deep into the atrocities that Kairingu, Kagame, Mugisha Muntu, Heri Kayanja, and Ivogere committed while at Basima House. Has heads of the Directorate of Military Intelligence there at Basima House. Okay? So this Buyiringu had resorted actually to using terror acts as means of consolidating themselves within power. That explains the so-called infamous Mukura massacre. Chibwetere, Alice Lakwena, exaggerated Koni War, Lord Resistance Army, okay? Ujinga, Kasese massacres, Gaba killings. Those are the Buyiringu tactics. The tactics, the rebel tactics, Otafire talked about. Okay? If you recall pretty very well. So if you are interested in stopping of all of these Ujinga killings, the women murders, way back in 2017, Wairo Kairingu, Kare Kaihura, and Tumukunde were fighting one another. Taxi Park 1990 bombing. Has Kairingu Tumukunde talk to Museveni hini adequately funding their different saturated dogs. So in their quest to task the Kairingu to adequately fund them, they had to plant bombs in taxi parks back in the 1990s. The ADF Ujinga, the M23 2C militia group from CNDP, it metamorphosed into M23, a Tutsi militia. They have been using to terrorize the Great Lakes region. If you recall very well that Kairengo Gashumba talked about of how they will come up with M23 if Uganda happens not to recognize their rights. You have no rights in Uganda. You can enjoy freedom, but when it comes to your rights are within Rwanda, not Uganda. Not Uganda. You can't force us to recognize your rights when you are involved in political subversive activities. Happen to have citizenship within United Kingdom. You a Ugandan. Then involved in political subversion, that citizenship status can be revoked, then you are deported to your place of origin. So you Buyiringu Tutsi. Okay? By the mere fact that you've refused to coexist with us, then you go back where you came from. Okay? Go back where you came from. Because you've failed to understand that we sheltered you. We welcomed you back at those days you were killing one another, straight from the days of the 1959 Rwandan Revolution and even that 1994 Rwandan genocide. That was masterminded by Museveni and his henchmen in their quest actually to cement the Tutsi occupation facilitated by Israel, United States of America, and United Kingdom that have failed today. God